Our lifestyles have become increasingly more sedentary over the last 50 years. So in this video, I'll run through a short routine of exercises you can do in your place of work. Hi everyone, and welcome to Exercise for Health. And today we are doing 10 quick exercises to get you moving while you're at work. This routine won't get you hot and sweaty, but it will get the muscles and joints working to reduce the effects of being sat down for too long, and could be done as part of a lunch break. Each exercise will be for 40 seconds, followed by a 20-second rest, and it will be using your desk and chair as part of the routine. And if you're not in an office space, you can also adapt it to an armchair in your living space at home. So get yourself ready and let's go. Right, we're going to start off our workout with some shoulder rolls. So what I want you to do is just sit yourself up tall on your chair, lift both shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze the shoulder blades back and then let the shoulders back down. So we're just starting to get some mobility into those shoulders. If you've been sat down for quite a while, then it's probably a good idea to get those postural muscles working up on the top of the back. So nice, slow, big movement. Get as much movement as you can on both sides. Really trying to activate those muscles on the top of the back. So really get a squeeze back of the shoulder blades once you've reached the top. The last couple of seconds. Okay, so 20 seconds rest before we go on to the next one. The next one's going to be shoulder depression. If you do that from your chair, if you've got an armchair, you're just going to have your arms out completely straight. So lock your elbows out, let the shoulders shrug up so your body sinks down, and then push your arms down hard into the chair to lift your body weight up. If you need to, you can do this on the desk this way. Off we go. So it's either up and down, keeping the elbows locked out straight. So we're trying to depress the shoulder blades like that, which is lifting your body weight up a little bit. Obviously you've got some of your body weight going through the feet, but if you've got an armchair, then do it on the armchair. So push, keep the elbows locked out, force the shoulder blades down, force the shoulders down away from the ears there. That should be lifting your body weight up a little bit. Again, nice, slow and steady. Get the contraction of those lat muscles at the top. Last few seconds on this one. Good, okay, so the next one we're gonna do is sit to stands. So again, you can use your desk space in front of you to hold on to while you stand up if you need it, but basically this is going to be slow and steady, especially on the way down. I want you to really control the pace. So you can power yourself up, but really slow on the way back down. Get yourself ready, and off we go. So power up, slowly as you go back down. Make sure that your feet are shoulder width wide, but also make sure that the knees stay the same width as your feet. So you can just check that as you're going down. Just make sure that your knees are always in line with your feet, and your knees aren't starting to collapse inwards. So again, slow and steady. We're not working at a high tempo with this workout because we just want to get the body moving rather than have a cardio effect to it. Last 10 seconds on this one. So that should be working into the legs and the bottom a bit. Good, right then, the next one, we're going to stay standing. I'll move the chair out of the way. You can use your desk just for a little bit of support, but we're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift where we keep this leg predominantly straight and then we're hinging at the hip, keeping the head and the chest up so you can feel the muscles on the back of the leg work. Ready? Off we go. So we're going to do 40 seconds slowly just on one leg, and then the second one we'll do for another 40 seconds on the right. So slow and steady, just hinging at the hip. So the only thing that should be moving is this hip joint. The spine should stay completely still, so keeping it neutral. So to make sure that you're not collapsing your spine, keep your head and your chest up as you pivot forwards, hinging on that hip. But you should find that point, as your leg goes up behind you, you should find that point so you can feel the muscles on the back of this support leg start to really activate. Slow and steady, last couple of seconds. Okay, good. Right, so the next one, we've got to do it on the opposite leg. So same thing, just switch on to the opposite side. Again, use this. This is really more for balance more than anything else. So you're not actually putting your body weight through it. So just make sure you're holding that for balance. Okay, last 5 seconds, get yourself ready. And off we go. So pivot, hinging at the hip, slowly as you come back up. Keep the head and the chest up, just so you can really then isolate those muscles on the back of the leg and into the bottom. You should have just a slight bend in this knee of the support leg, so it's not completely locked out straight. Again, slow and steady. Find that point, feel that biting point of the muscles on the back of the leg there at that point, and then you just then push your hips to come back upright. Good. Again, slow and steady. Last couple of seconds. Good. Okay, should have felt that on the back of the legs. Right, the next one we're going to do is use the desk for push-ups. So again, make sure the chair's out the way. So you want your hands a bit wider than your shoulders, taking your feet back behind you. You can have your feet together or have your feet about shoulder width wide. Keeping the body straight, we're going to let the chest go towards the desk and then push yourself back up. Off we go. So slow and steady. If you can get the chest to touch the desk, fantastic, before you push yourself forwards. So make sure as you're pushing yourself away, just be careful that the elbows don't come up high. So keep the elbows in close towards your ribs rather than have flaring them out to the side, because that'll put pressure on the shoulder joint. So keep the elbows in, not tucked right in. Good. Again, slow and steady. You feel this one working the muscles across the chest, into the shoulders and the back of the arms a bit. Last 5 seconds on this one. Good, okay. Right, next one we're going to do is alternating lunges. So again, just have the desk to one side, just again for balance purposes. All I'm going to do from there is take a step forwards, allow the back foot to come up on the ball of the foot as you bend the knee down towards the floor, push yourself back to the start and then do the opposite side. Ready? Off we go. So step forwards, lunge, push the front foot to come back upright and then do the other leg. Push. Step forwards, control down, push back. Step forwards, control down, push back. So as you go down, try and keep your body upright, so you're not leaning the body too far forwards. And after you've made the step, think about bending the back knee rather than the front knee. The front knee will bend naturally anyway, but if you put the focus on bending the back knee, it will stop you moving too far forwards. Good. Nice, slow and steady. Last couple of seconds. Brilliant. Right, the next one we're going to do, we need to go behind the chair for this one. So we're going to do heel raises to work the calf muscles on the back of the leg. So I'm going to hold on to the back of the chair, lean my body in slightly, and then from there I'm just going to push the balls of the foot into the floor to raise the heels up and then control back down. Ready? Off we go. So heel raise, slowly back down. Really drive up as high as you can. Make sure you're pushing through the big toe sort of edge of your foot rather than letting your body weight go towards the little toe edge. So as you push your heels up, think about trying to bring your heels in, like you're trying to get them to touch. Obviously they won't, but that'll just then put a bit more emphasis onto those calf muscles. Good, last 10 seconds on this one. Try not to have too much weight through here, again, just for balance purposes. Last couple of seconds. Good, right, the last two are going to be sat down in the chair. So, next one we're going to do bicycles. So this is going to start to work into the core for these last two. So just have your fingertips close to your temples, elbows just out to the side, lean the body backwards a little bit, and then from there you're going to lift the knee up and twist the elbow towards it, opposite elbow. Off you go. So slow and steady, really trying to get that twisting crunch movement. So we're working into the muscles in the abdominals and a little bit into the obliques with the twist. Good. Squeeze it in slowly as you come back. So we're just slowly bringing that knee up towards the chest at the same time as we rotate, flex the spine slightly, bringing the opposite elbow towards the knee. Good. Last few seconds on this one. Brilliant. Right, the last one. Again, we're going to stay seated. All we need to do for this one is just have very, very light contact with the top of the table. So I'm not going to hold the table tight because that'll make the exercise easy. We're going to do these oblique twists, but we don't want to be using your arms. So fingertip on the top, and then you're going to use these oblique muscles to try and rotate your chair. Off we go. So just twist it round keeping the feet up off the floor, so that's also working into your abs. But you're just trying to really twist, move the chair, twisting it left and right, but it's using your oblique muscles rather than you actually pushing through the table itself. Twist, rotate, and then come back. See how far you can get round. Good, last 10 seconds. Should be feeling this working into the muscles in the waist. Again, make sure you're not pushing too hard through the hands. That's just there for support. Good. Okay, brilliant. You're all done, well done. I hope that's loosened you up a bit and has given you an energy boost for the rest of the day. If so, please give it a like by clicking the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I will leave links in the description below for some other short 10-minute routines that you can follow that may benefit you. But thank you so much for watching, and remember to stay active and keep moving to feel better. Eee.